Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brad with Despite Fitness. Today is Saturday, June 6th. Got a deadlift, huh?
I was just saying Sábado.
Yeah, Sábado. Yeah, Saturday. Got Dan here, a little bit off camera. We're getting in and gonna do some training. And we got a man hanging out like the jealous girl in that one meme. It wears a coat and hangs out in backgrounds or halls. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. So we're gonna do some deadlifting today. Both Dan and I are kind of beat up. I'm still nursing this injury, so I kind of got a fresh injury this week on Wednesday, and the leg is real sore and tender. So I've got my leg banded up again. So I'm doing the voodoo floss on my leg, and I'm doing that for some compression, just to kind of make the tissue feel a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is kind of go through range of motion. So this particular video is going to be about what I'm doing to kind of rehabilitate this injury. And so hopefully this will give you some ideas in how to approach maybe your own rehabilitation for your own injury, whether it be a leg or an arm or whatever, right? Some of the ideas that I'm using here will be about the same. You know, some compression, lowering the weight, just trying to go through full range of motion, increase that movement, but not experience any pain. So those are going to be my priorities of today. And again, just range of motion and just trying to go through and get some blood into the tissue, because forcing blood into that tissue is going to help it heal and get me back to where I want to be. So we'll go through and do a little bit here today, and hopefully give you guys some ideas and some instruction on what I do for rehabilitation, and maybe to help you guys. All right, let's do it.
Happy feet. Happy feet. Wombo combo. That ain't Falco. Whoa. Behind the head. Ah.
I still like that groin getting around on it.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. That's it, guys. That's the video. You know, what ended up, you know, in terms of like leading into the day, it wasn't really like the greatest day ever and like kicking off, right? Dan's kind of feeling some stuff. You were feeling some adductor issue as well.
Yeah.
So yours is a bit higher than mine is. Yeah, right up in the groin.
Open the groin a little bit.
Up in the grundle there. So his stuff is a little bit higher than mine. Mine's a little bit further down on the femur, more kind of like mid quad. But irrespective, both of us kind of feeling some issues, right? So trying to resolve it. You were doing some bands, so you did some voodoo floss right on there. When we talked a bit about it before we led into it, that I didn't really capture on camera, but in terms of utilizing it for what you used it for, how did that feel?
During the lift, nothing crazy, but after, when I felt that rush of blood, I felt almost like, you know when like you get a really good pump,
Yeah.
right? And you feel that in your leg? It felt like that almost, and I kept getting more fluid with my motion as time went on because I was warming up. I was getting muscle in the joints good, so.
So yeah, those voodoo floss, like you can use it in a couple different ways. Mine was more of a loose wrap, just for some general compression. He opted to go a little bit tighter on his wrap. So his was more of a constrictive, kind of a utilization of it, right? So with that constriction, and it forces blood out of the tissue, and then when you unwrap it or you take it off, the blood will go in. You can kind of see evidence of this if you want to try to practice this idea. Just take your fingertip, take your nail bed, and look at it. As you look at it, it's kind of pink. Apply compression to it. You know, squeeze it with your finger, it'll turn white, right? And then when you let go, it'll go pink again. So that concept is called perfusion, right? So there's some medical applications to that. However, it's just a real quick visual reference for you to kind of get a concept of what it does. So that band is like your fingertip. As you squeeze, pushes blood out of that tissue. And then as you release it, your body's gonna flush blood back into that tissue. So it's a really good way of getting new, fresh blood, nutrient-rich blood into that area to help stimulate some recovery and some rehabilitation and some repair for that tissue, right? Blood heals. And without blood, we die. So you gotta imagine if you have an injury, doing things that are going to stimulate blood flow is going to help you recover better. So just consider that. So that's kind of what he was doing with his band. Stayed on the light side of things. I ventured up to about 225 for a set of 10. Did 5 total working sets, 10 reps, the heaviest of which was the 225. Just kind of being fluid. If you'll remember, if you'll look back on the footage there, you'll notice I was being a little bit more purposeful in sinking into the squat and trying to get more of that stretch on that quad, just to kind of get that full stretch, that full range of motion. So I was dipping myself further than I would normally on a normal working set, and that was purposeful. Again, just trying to force a little bit extra range of motion than I normally use. So I just want to kind of give the heads up about why I was doing what I did. And then we just get into a whole gamut of other stuff, some accessory stuff, just playing, you know, doing some of that row work with the band and the grip implement there. Just being creative and having some fun. So the last thing that I'll leave you with is just to consider that just because the training session, because you're going into it with maybe an injury or kind of a nagging pain or something isn't quite right, it doesn't mean that you can't have a good, really fun workout.
For sure.
You really can. So don't treat injuries or don't treat little setbacks like it's the end of the world, because it isn't. It really is not. There should be no major rush to get anywhere, right? We have ample space and time. Give yourself the time and space to be able to recover from the nagging injuries and other issues that you may have. And I hope that today's workout kind of exemplified that, and just taking it slow, range of motion, blood flow, having fun and enjoying yourself, and not treating workouts like they're so serious, because they're not. At least they shouldn't be, unless, you know, your entire livelihood hinges on it, which is like a percentage of the population, right? Anyhow, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. I appreciate you guys' continued support with the channel. All the likes, the shares, the subs, the views means the world to me, and I just want to thank you very much. If you know anyone else that might like the channel, please share it with them. It would help grow the channel, and I appreciate that a lot. And if you've seen a video or two and haven't subscribed yet, it'd be nice if you go ahead and smash the subscribe button and stick around for a while. I'd love to have you. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, pivot a little bit when things aren't feeling like you wish they would. You got to get in and train despite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way. And I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.